family, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reaction request. If it's your first time, please consider subscribing to join the family. We absolutely love to have you. Guys, this one is from Anonymous. Now, Anonymous wants to hear Chris Cornell, Misery Chain from July the 1st, 2016 at the Palace Theater. This is what Anonymous had to say. Apologies for the long message to the viewers and you. I'd just like to stay anonymous for this. You know who it is though, obviously, which is fine. Talking about me, you guys don't know, and it's anonymous, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if you want to do a reaction request, you can be anonymous as well. There's a space for you to do so. As I continue now. However, I lost my dad 6 months ago, and my almost 18-year-old cat died yesterday, suddenly in my apartment. We want to send you lots and lots of love, Anonymous, big hugs, and our condolences from the entire family. Much love to you. Anonymous continues and says, I did have some signs the past 2 days that something was off because she wasn't eating her favorite food, but I wouldn't take her to the vet on the day she passed, actually, even though I knew they probably, sorry, did I say wouldn't? I think that was supposed to be would've. I apologize. Let me just go back and reread that just to make sure I read that correctly. So I did have some signs the past 2 days that something was off because she wasn't eating her favorite food, but I would have, sorry, so I did say would, so yeah, would have taken her to the vet on the day she passed, actually, even though I knew they probably couldn't help her. I don't know if I'll ever get the image out of my head. She basically walked away disorientated, which I noticed while I was listening to a podcast and had noise canceling headphones on and heard a really awful sound from her, which would be worse without the headphones. I ran into the bathroom where I found her on the shower floor. I shouted her name over and over, and all I could say was I love you over and over after that. It might be too much information, but all I got back was basically a single death rattle from her head. I've never been in such a state of shock, and it's still lingering. Regarding the song request, the quality on this isn't perfect, but I hope you can enjoy it still. I have tons of Queen songs, especially, that reminds me of and that I dedicate to that special cat. But this is something I don't think you've heard from Chris. Feel free to pause/rewind, look up lyrics, and or listen to the studio version afterwards. Thank you for being awesome. Anonymous, thank you for feeling comfortable enough to come here to the family. Know that it's a safe space for you to be able to share. And thank you for sharing that with all of us. As you know, you've been on the channel for a minute, and you know that you have our full support, and we send you so much love and huge hugs, and just know from afar that we are here and we really love you. So thank you so much. We send you our condolences. We send you just heartfelt, deepest, you know, just good wishes, well wishes, and yeah, I just, our heart goes out to you. These are really hard things, you know. When I do these reactions, I never know what to expect, you know. And you guys have heard me a few times get a bit tongue-tied when unexpected reactions have occurred, where there's been, you know, someone in our family who's passed or things like this. And Anonymous is, you know, part of our family, and when our family's going through things, we send them love. So I want all of you guys to please just send Anonymous some good vibes, some positive energy from afar. Keep Anonymous in your prayers so that Anonymous knows and can feel your energy and know that, you know what, hey, I'm not alone. And guys, if you're going through anything, feel free, you know, to reach out and you know, do a reaction request like this. Maybe there's a special song or something that helps, you know, you to cope or to get through what you're going through, or maybe you want to share your story like Anonymous has done here. It is totally okay to do, you know. If we can be here to help you get through what you're going through, and maybe, just maybe, in the process manage to warm your heart and put a smile on your face, that is a beautiful thing, and that's what family does. So we're always here for you, the Off Tap family, and love each and every one of you. And Anonymous, much love. And with that being said, we're going to dive into this right now. Chris Cornell, Misery Chain, and that's happening right now. So without further ado, for me, Anonymous, all of you, let's get Off Tap.
The modern thing. First time I ever heard of it actually was a band called Electric Light Orchestra, and I was in junior high school, so it was the 70s, and Electric Light Orchestra, there were a lot like really complicated harmonies. So they played some of them recorded. They would trigger it during the show, and then it became like a thing where everyone knew that like if the word got out that it wasn't all live singing, and everyone said that's fucking bullshit, not live singing, lip syncing bullshit, and then you go like 90s, what was it? It was Milli Vanilli, the German guys, right? And I didn't sing at all. They couldn't sing. So like some actual singers sang, and they did it later. And then they got caught, because they got Grammys, and everyone said, "That's fucking bullshit! Not live singing." And now nobody cares at all. It's fine. It's totally fine. Like they weren't singing live, and kids are like, I know. What do you expect them to dance like that and sing? So anyway, everybody kind of sings to their own records, and I'm going to do that now, except for that my record that I'm singing to, I pressed to vinyl, which I feel like makes it all okay. This is a song that I wrote for a film called 12 Years a Slave that's actually based on a book that is memoirs from a man that was pressed into slavery in the 19th century. And this song kind of deals with the subject that human trafficking exists now. It's not over. Slavery's not fucking gone like we kind of want to believe it is. It isn't. So keep your eyes open, because if you see it rear its head anywhere, you can do the right thing. This is called Misery Chain.
Freaking preaching, man. Chris Cornell was one of the greats. Totally super talented. Such a tragic story. If you guys look at some of my previous videos, we've actually discussed it a bit more in some of our Chris Cornell reactions on my other channel. So go over to my Off Tap Life channel. The link's in the description. And but yeah, there's quite a few instances where we reacted to Chris and talked about it a bit. But look, I just it's crazy, because it is that kind of thing where it's sad, where you don't know what you don't know. That kind of saying, out of sight, out of mind. And there's things that are going on that kind of people turn a blind eye. Either they turn a blind eye to, or they just aren't aware. Period. Because maybe they don't live in that world, if you know what I mean. And sometimes people have blinders on intentionally. They don't want to see it, and they don't want to know. But when you have an artist that is just not afraid to just tell it like it is, and just to use their influence to bring awareness, that's such a beautiful thing. And I'm always just loving that when those artists do take the time to use their influence in a positive way. I love that. I respect that so much. Let's keep going.
Keep it to remind you
deep song. Oh my gosh, man, this is so deep, man. And you know, you can tell songs that have come from a very real and personal place. You know, as an artist myself, it is one of the greatest things to be able to do is use music as a way to release or to cope or to deal with as a coping mechanism, a way to escape from things that are going on, and help to sometimes just put it into some type of sense, to make sense of it all, to figure out, you know, what it is exactly that I'm feeling. And because sometimes once you write it down, you can see and or you go back and you listen to it and you go, oh, and it helps you. It's a type of therapy, you know, a type of a form of kind of a meditation, if you will, you know, to be able to just allow yourself that freedom to let that energy flow and to release it, to get through those blocks that have been put there. And when artists are connected to themselves, and when you're able to tap into that, that's when you end up with something like this that Chris Cornell does so effortlessly and so flawlessly, so beautifully. And it brings you in. He's inviting you to come in and to be part of that story, that journey, that experience. That dialogue is so powerful in this song. Really, really amazing stuff. Let's continue. Let's let him finish up, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Such a powerful song, and needless to say, well performed. I mean, vocally, Chris Cornell is absolutely just passionately exciting to listen to experience. His live performances that we've reacted to in his channel are just incredible. There's such passion and there's such realness, and you can feel it through every single note that he hits. You know, this song, you know, it's crazy because I think it's one of those type of songs that, again, when we talk about life experiences as we go through this journey here, you know, there's a lot of things that we all can relate to. You know, a song called Misery Chain instantly, automatically grabs your attention, doesn't it? Because in our day-to-day, it's sometimes, and I speak from my own experiences, it just sometimes feels like this chain of misery, ongoing, non-stop, seems like it just never ends. Seems like it's ongoing. Seems like every day there's a new link that's being added to the misery chain. And I like, though, the little kind of example that I use so often, though, that being said, because by design I like to do my best to stay optimistic and positive even in the worst possible or upsetting moments of this journey again that we're all on. But I like thinking, and I say this a lot, you guys have heard me say it, but like, even when there's storms and there's dark clouds and thunder and hail and all these things on the regular, it can rain for freaking 30 days straight, it can flood, it can be ugly and nothing but gray skies, but some way somehow the sun still finds a way to peek through those clouds and to remind you that it's going to be okay, that it's going to be okay, and that misery chain will be broken, that it's going to be okay. You get through these things a lot of times, and on the other side is when you realize, oh crap, I made it through. I didn't even realize, man, look at that, it's a nice sunny day and stuff now. But in the heat of it all, a lot of times it's hard because you're in the story, you are living the story, so sometimes you can't see what's going on because you're in the story. It's not until after the fact, after the story has come to a close, after maybe someone else has, from the outside looking in, has taken notice and said, hey, you might want to have a look at this because you're actually the star of your story there. And maybe, just maybe, you're in so deep you can't see the fact, the one fact that we all forget on those rainy days, that the sun will find a way to come out again and again and again, and it does so all the time. And it's hard. This journey is not easy, but when your fight is hard, when your resolve is never ending, when you believe in the impossible dream, when you feel within the deepest regions of your soul that it's going to be okay, that the misery chain will end, it will be fine, it will be good, we will get there, we will see that glimpse of that sunlight shining bright again. When we realize that, when we experience it, when we've put in the hard work, when we didn't give up, when we were on the ground, when we felt like it was the ninth inning and all hope was gone, and we somehow managed to, no matter how many times we got punched in the stomach, how many times we got knocked down, how many times we were at the top or almost at the top and we fell down all the way at the bottom, we had to start over again. No matter how many times you were on the horse and you fell off of it, it's that realization that through it all you manage to see it through. And to be able to see that realization that, wow, okay, misery chain broken, sun is shining, I'm riding that horse, I'm looking at things from the top of the mountain now. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so I implore each and every one of you that when you are feeling some kind of way, to remember that it's okay to feel that. Alright, it's okay. But just know that if you stay with it and you stay strong and you keep the faith, you keep believing, that you'll break that misery chain and everything will be okay, because the sun will come out and shine again. This I promise you. I always say, there's always something to be thankful for in life, in this journey, because things could always be worse. And until your very last breath, I promise you there's always something to be thankful for, because the gift of the breath is always that thing you can be thankful for. So always attempt to find the positive even in a sea of negatives, to find the strength, because the sun does. Even on the cloudiest of days, most stormiest days, the sun finds a way to glimpse through and be like, yeah, I'm here. Love you guys. I could go on and on. You guys know I can. I get really deep about stuff like this because this is stuff that I think is important to discuss, to talk about, you know, to share these type of wisdoms and stuff. As a teacher myself, you know, you guys know who know, I've, you know, been in personal development, practitioner, you know, hypnotherapist, all these different things, you know, just been in a life of wanting to do my best to assist others on their journey as I go through my own journey, maybe through my own journey, my mistakes, my shortcomings, my pitfalls. Maybe, just maybe, I can help someone else get to where they need to get to along the way. Yeah. But thank you, Anonymous, for sharing this song and sharing your story and opening up with all of us. I really appreciate you feeling comfortable enough to do so. And as I said earlier, we're all here for you. We're sending you lots of love and our condolences. And just remember that that sun will shine through again, bright for you. And we love you. And I love each and every one of you, whoever you are, wherever you may be on this crazy rock. Just know you're not alone. And we are all here for you. And that we love you. And yeah, the sun is going to shine bright for you too. Love you. We gotta get out of here. I'll catch you guys later for another vlog.